And I feel deep down in my soul, as prophecy has fulfilled and been revealed in the past, these things will come to pass, and none of us can change it, not even me. Because if I had the power and authority to change it, I would. I would just make it so everybody lives a peaceful, safe, prosperous life where we all are rich, famous, and happy. But if everyone is a king and queen, then the whole monarchy will fall. That's anarchy. So unfortunately, we do have to have elected leaders, but we need to choose better leaders. Presidents that's willing to go to fight for us, fight for the little man and woman that's been ignored, misheard, and misrepresented for the past 50 years in America. Because since President John F. Kennedy, we haven't had a true president since then. That's in facts. Since 1960s. Now, some people may argue, oh, yeah, well, why are you complaining? I'm not complaining. I'm stating pure facts backed up by statistics. The truth is that the gun laws have been stricter in the past 20 years, but yeah, we've seen an increase of school shootings and public shootings in the past 10 years alone. We've seen dozens and dozens of cases on national news, and a lot of stories in mid-national news. That's what I'm speaking about all this right now, because I'm sick and fed up of hearing about it. Every time I turn on the news station, young man kills a bunch of people. Young man goes to a former school, like the Florida State University thing a few weeks back. Who knows if the conspiracy is going to get worse or better? I don't know. I hope they get better, but based on what I've seen in my premonitions and visions, they're going to get a lot worse before they get better. And they need divine intervention. No matter what God or who God you believe in, you need to understand that we all need some kind of spiritual reformation. Because we need to bring back the arts, the sciences, the mathematics to society. The great inventions that built this great nation, we need to have a nation reborn. Not like the Purge and the Purge anarchy, but not a pagan nation like that, but a true God-fearing nation. Slowly but surely over the past 40 years, God and Christianity has been slowly pushed out of social media and out of the global media in general. Just turn on the television station and you will see that. If anybody talks of God, of Christ, of forgiveness or repentance, they get cut off the live feed, especially news anchors and reporters. I come from a TV broadcasting background, so I know what it's like. And it's not good being censored, but censoring your rights is only the first step. Ultimately, once all the amendments have been nullified, there won't be any rights. Have you seen Cuba and North Korea lately? That's kind of what we're headed towards. And for those who are enlightened, they know this. That's what they've been talking about it for years and years. But the general public is just sitting back looking like, well, it don't really matter. It don't apply to me. My family is safe. I have a good job. I live in a good neighborhood. I have good cars. I'm good. You are good, and I commend you for that. That's awesome. But guess what? When the beast come about to take his throne, it's not going to matter who's living good, because we're all going to be leveled out in the same playing field. You can have a superpower nation like Russia, United States up here, and the other 170 nations down here. No, there are 172 nations on Earth for a reason, and all 172 will be in 10 confederate regions of the world broken down. Like the North American Union, the Australian Union, the Asian Union, and of course, the rest of it kind of gets divided that way. So those 10 prime ministers and presidents will be the overlords of their nations. And the way the United Nations will work, that will be the platform for the global community. So guess what? It won't be any more national sovereignty, because slowly but surely, the American flag will cease to exist. We already said stories about it on different occasions where veterans, retired World War II vets, Purple Heart winners have been sued and have been cited for having American flags on their cars, homes, and in front of their lawns. This is the police state we live in. And anyone think I'm a Grim Reaper just spreading hate and negative and darkness or whatever? Well, that's fine. But the question I asked earlier, I challenge you to do more for your brothers and sisters. I challenge you to step up and say something. I challenge you to be a real human being. Because for us to sit back and criticize others who's doing positive and bringing light and goodness to others, that's not going to solve anything. Because me calling anybody else a name that I'm not doing myself, I'm just a hypocrite. And unfortunately, most Christians of 2014 in the United States of America are hypocrites, at least 90+%. And yes, I will go on record saying it, because sadly, I was one of them. Myself, I followed everything the churches told me from the age of 4 years old all the way up until I was 16 years old. all the communions, the sermons, the speeches, the services. I was indwelled in it. I was a part of it. I was an usher board, the choir. I did those things. So I feel betrayed because I was betrayed myself. And it's okay to be betrayed. And that's why I'm not bashing anyone. I love all Christians. I want Christians to see the true face of God, the true religion of Christianity. But that's not the one we've been taught for the past 1,500 years as humans, unfortunately. I want this video to reach those who are in doubt. I'm not reaching out to the people who already believe and know of the truth. I want the non-believers and the people who hate the system and who hate being corrected, the people who think they know it all but not willing to face the true reality and the facts. That's the people I'm reaching out to. Now, once again, I'm a part of this. That's why I'm saying I and we, us, together. It's just not me attacking anybody else. I'm the main person being attacked because I've been helping out others all my life, and unfortunately, that's got me a lot of backlash, a lot of snarky remarks, and just a lot of rudeness in general from outside forces. And I understand that, demons will rise when you start to do the work of God, the true work of God, not just the Christian-based taught way that's, passed out of generations, but to truly be going out, talking to the homeless, feeding them, adopting pets, adopting others who are less fortunate and who's really in need of food, shelter, and protection. That's the true life of Christ. To take what you need, not in excess. To not go anywhere and steal, but to go places, travel, to spread the message and the doctrine by truly being enlightened by the soul and the spirit. That's what reborn is about. Being truly reborn. And I've been reborn a long time ago, but I became enlightened a little bit after that. A little around the age of 12, I became enlightened. And I seen the true errors of my ways and the future that I was headed down. So I challenge the rest of you out there to just stand up and say, you know what, maybe my life isn't the way it should be, but that's okay, because I say it every day. I pray and ask God to show me where I can be better, where I can help more people, where I need to help more people. Not just myself, not my significant others, and not my loved ones only, but those who are there who really need it. For those in third world countries, those who come over here as international travel students, those are the people we should be helping to get better. Not saying that they're taking out jobs because they're Mexican, they're Asian, they're South American. No, those people come from places that's pretty much like hell compared to the United States civilization. We have it great compared to most people. We need to start doing more for others and stop complaining about we don't have the best car, the best job, the best girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, children. So what? Get over it. Because like I said before, I'm sick and tired of just sitting back and watching civilization crumble. While I'm yelling at the top of my lungs like, hey people, let's just stop fighting. Why are we fighting when we're in this fight together? You don't see any sports team that's literally the same team. When they're in practice, they scrimmage each other, like football, for example, they play each other, but they don't fight when it comes to real games. Well, this right here, in America today, this is the game. This is the time to fight. We can practice on the field and fight. That's the past. That's long gone. Now, we need to come together once and for all, because if we continue on this path, and I guarantee you, there's a good chance we just might, it's not going to end well for no one. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what friends you have. I don't care where you think you're going to hide or run when a fan, collapses on itself. But the system will fall by design, because the overlords will ensure of that. This is why they've been setting up for thousands of years. And to correct some Christianity and some Christians on one thing, Zoroastrianism predated Christianity by 6,000 years. That was the original world religion where they had a monotheistic God, a one God religion where they worship him. And that was a Greek religion. So Christianity kind of piggybacked off that 6,000 years later. And this is why I'm saying knowledge is power. Not just indoctrination, not even how many degrees you got from colleges, not how long you've been in school, not even what job you work at, what career you have. Those things are nice, but ultimately, your soul, those things have no value, no purpose, no meaning. With that being said, for all of those who listen to this message and say, wow, he makes pretty good points, I commend you, because you're enlightened, you have wisdom and knowledge. But for the other half, that said, oh, well, this guy has completely lost his mind, that's fine. We all have our opinions. The only difference is, my opinion, I'm stepping forward and speaking out. against the wrong, the injustices, and the weak that can't speak up for themselves. I'm not going to sit back in my perky little loft just talking trash about the next person who's trying to help others. So, once again, I challenge the rest of you to step up and do something. Something small. Don't bear arms. And if you want to bear arms, bear knowledge, bear the fruit of the heart and the soul. Go out and share that with the world. That's how you help people. You change their hearts, minds, and souls. You can get them to do anything and be better people. Feed them, clothe them, and love them. True unconditional love from the true Jesus Christ of heaven, not the Jesus Christ we've been trained on for the past 2,000 years. And that, my friends, is where we have an issue, because I know it's hard to believe, but if you really think about it, money and power rules. There are about 5 families and 5 dynasties that rule even the most powerful families on the earth, okay? And those 5 families are the ones who run the banks, the governments, and the people. Call it what you like. But what do we all worship on a subliminal, level, the deep subconscious level? We worship money. We all do. That's our God. You pay bills, you go to school, you go to work, you go on dates, you go on travel vacations. You need money to survive, and I get that. However, just because you need it don't mean you worship it. So we can start worshiping celebrities, idolizing famous athletes. Those things, idolatry, is kind of the reason and we're the way we are. Because we worship men and women. We don't worship a God of any heaven. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Every time you see a music award ceremony, every time you see any television broadcast or any movie premiere in Hollywood, we're just falling on our feet and hands and praising those who put those things out to us. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing liking movies and television shows. I like movies and television shows myself. But I don't worship celebrities and I don't worship men and women. I worship the God of heaven. Now, am I a sinner? I've said it twice. I'm going to say it 1,000 more times. I sin every day, all day almost. But I ask for forgiveness and I pray to be better. And that's all anyone can do, to pray and hope to do better with themselves. Don't just sit back and point a finger at the next person. Well, my sister's a drug addict, my brother's alcoholic, my mom is abusive, I'm better than them. That's fine, that's great, but guess what? You can be better than yourself. How about you be the best version of yourself? Don't worry about what they're doing. Don't worry about what's on their news feed, their wall, their timeline. Worry about what you're doing in your life. If you wake up in the morning and say, thank you, God, thank you, Allah, thank you, Roesha, thank you, any subtitle or subname you want to give, pseudonym you want to give God, or just say thank you to the universe. And wake up with a heart full of love, joy, and grace. Wake up to show people that when you see them in the morning, you say good morning. You really mean it. You just say good morning. Like, oh, good morning, how are you doing today? You don't really mean it. Because if they open up to you, they say, last night I was evicted, I lost my car, my job, I need a place to live, I don't have any food in my refrigerator. You're not going to be like, well, you could come welcome into my home anytime because I'm a Christian, you're a Christian, we're brothers and sisters of Christ. You're going to be like, oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, have a nice day. And that's why I hate when a lot of people say that stuff to me, even when I'm having a bad time or a bad day. It's like, did you not just hear what I said? Like, I just got in a car accident, I just had a traffic ticket, I just did this, that. Why don't you just have a nice day? Either you don't care what I say, or you're trying to be politically correct. That's another area where we need to just drop that whole term, political correctness. Don't mean anything. If you see a dog in the street and a dog is walking the street, call it a dog. If you see a black man walking with a hoodie, call him a black man with a hoodie. You see a white man walking with a hoodie, call him a white man with a hoodie. Don't say the black man is automatically a thug and the white man is automatically a hipster or whatever, because that's the way we've been programmed and brainwashed for decades in the United States. That's why the American race war is going on, and that's why it will get worse. We'll have more young black men shot down like dogs in the street. We'll have more riots in more cities, and we will have more outrage from the white community for this. And for the white community, this has really nothing to do with that, because I'm not attacking that community. If I were a part of that community, I'll be on the side, just sit back like, it don't really apply to me, so why would I care? Because a lot of them could say that, and that's true. I feel I would be the same way. But unfortunately, that grandiose thought and that thinking process won't save you either, because after the black community has been quarantined and they've been dealt with and they've been tamed, so to speak, the white community, the Asian community, and every other community is next. Once the emergency and martial law is declared, it's coming for all communities. Okay?